Hey gamers, today we're going back in time. We're talking about the console wars of the late 80s and early 90s. It was a time when Nintendo ruled the world. Then a new challenger entered the ring, the Grafx 16. This system promised a 16-bit experience. It was supposed to be more powerful than the NES. Did it deliver? Let's find out. We'll explore the Grafx 16's rise and fall. Buckle up! The year was 1987. The NES was a smash hit. Gamers were hungry for more. NEC, a Japanese tech giant, saw an opportunity. They teamed up with Hudson Soft, a game developer. Together, they created a console that would challenge Nintendo's dominance. That console was the Grafx 16, known as the PC Engine in Japan. It launched in Japan in 1987. It hit North America in 1989. It was a sleek, compact machine. It promised superior graphics and sound. Could it compete with the NES? Let's dive into the companies behind this new console. NEC was a major player in electronics. They were known for their computers and technology. Hudson Soft was a respected game developer. They had experience creating arcade hits. Together they formed a formidable alliance. NEC provided the hardware expertise. Hudson Soft brought the gaming chops. This partnership was key to the Grafx 16's initial success. They combined their strengths to create a console that was both powerful and fun to play. The Grafx 16 boasted an 8-bit CPU. It also had a 16-bit graphics processor. This was a big deal at the time. It meant the console could produce more detailed and colorful graphics than the NES. It also had a unique architecture. It used a system called HuCards. These were small cartridges that held the game data. The console also had a CD-ROM add-on. This was a huge innovation, making it the first console with CD-ROM capabilities. Section 5. Expanding the experience, peripherals and accessories. The Grafx 16 had its share of cool peripherals. One of the most notable was the TurboTap. This was a multi-tap that allowed up to 5 players to connect to the console. Then there was the Grafx CD. This add-on brought CD-ROM gaming to the console. It opened up a world of possibilities, allowing for larger games, better graphics and CD-quality audio. The Grafx 16 was ahead of its time in terms of expandability. Section 6. A library of legends, memorable games. The Grafx 16 had an impressive game library. One of its most famous titles was Bonk's Adventure. This platformer starred a charming caveman named Bonk. It became the system's mascot. Other popular games included Castlevania, Rondo of Blood, Splatterhouse, and Military Madness. These games showcased the console's graphical capabilities and diverse library. Section 7. Marketing muscle. Taking on the competition. NEC knew it had to be aggressive to compete with Nintendo. They launched a marketing blitz, emphasizing the Grafx 16's 16-bit power. They also secured high-profile celebrity endorsements. Despite their best efforts, NEC faced an uphill battle. Nintendo was a marketing powerhouse. The Grafx 16 struggled to gain a foothold in the market. Section 8. A stumble in the market, factors leading to decline. Despite its technological prowess, the Grafx 16 faced several challenges. One major issue was its limited game library compared to the NES and later the Super Nintendo. Another factor was marketing missteps. NEC's marketing campaigns, while ambitious, sometimes failed to resonate with consumers. The console also suffered from a higher price point than its competitors. Section 9. The Grafx 16's enduring legacy. Even though the Grafx 16 wasn't a huge commercial success, it left its mark on gaming history. It was a pioneer in 16-bit gaming and CD-ROM technology. Its influence can still be felt today. Many of its games are considered classics. The console paved the way for future CD-based consoles like the Sega CD and PlayStation. It proved that there was a market for more powerful and sophisticated gaming experiences. Section 10. Sales figures, a respectable run. The Grafx 16 sold an estimated 10 million units worldwide. While those numbers are dwarfed by the NES and Super Nintendo, it's important to remember the context. The Grafx 16 entered a market dominated by Nintendo. It was a David versus Goliath battle, and the Grafx 16 still managed to carve out its own niche. Section 11. Keep the gaming conversation going. Well, that's our look back at the Grafx 16. What do you guys think? Did you ever own one? What are your favorite Grafx 16 games? Let me know in the comments below. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more classic gaming content.